Hi, I'm Frank Maloney, and this is,
Roger Chiquetto.
and we're back for Facilitating Courageous Conversations.
Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for coming back. So, what do we want to talk about today, Raj?
I think it's, well, I'd be thinking, why would I want to talk to these guys? I'm thinking about, like, really, why would I want to? There's a 1,000 people out there. Why Roger and Frank, right? And I think, and this is what
Our beautiful mugs don't do it? I mean, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Sorry, we broke the camera, sorry.
I think this is my fear, is that,
Let's call it your hallucination.
okay, that's good, is that what leaders will need to do is admit the one thing that they don't ever want to admit.
What's that?
It's that the biggest problem that they're having in their organization has got nothing to do with the work or what they're doing or how they're doing it. It's who they're being and the relationships. The thing that keeps them awake at night is the relationships that they are not making an impact on, but are crucial to making an impact on.
Wow, yeah, that is pretty heavy. So that means they have to look in the mirror.
Yeah, who's going to want to admit that? Because the whole thing about leadership is putting
Courageous
on,
people.
right,
People who want to be the best at what they do.
and are
Fearless.
open to knowing that
Sure.
there's room or a gap
Yeah.
to do things better than I'm currently doing it, to connect deeper than I'm currently connecting
So
with people.
openness,
Well, I think it's about,
coachability.
I think it's about intimacy and authenticity. This fear of,
Intimacy.
I'm not, yeah, and I'm talking about.
We don't hear that word very often in corporate environments.
I
Raj.
know, and it's an affinity that I think people need, and it's not like intimacy in terms of love, but I think we have relationships in organization, and the intimacy is that this genuine, natural, empathic connection that we have for other human beings. It's affinity for each other.
Yeah, and I would say so many organizations in their wording, they're trying to be more intimate with their customers, with their employees as well. So I think you're onto something there.
But you can't be more loving with your customers if your boss isn't loving with you. If you're not getting, you're not trusted, you're not respected, and you're not having real conversations, not like these conversations that we all have in business, like,
Surface
hey,
conversations.
right, hey Frank, how you doing?
Great. How are you, Raj?
Good.
How
Like,
about those Leafs?
you may as well just say hey to each other, because
Pretty
I don't
much.
know what great means to you. And if you ever said to somebody, hey, how you doing? And then they go, oh, you know what, you caught me at a bad time. Do you really want to hear? And you go,
No.
oh, shit, I got too much to do, frankly. So why don't we just say hey to each other? But
That'd be a lot more honest.
well, of course it would. But if I really sit down and listen to you because and I care about you only because you're my employee, how do I get to a place to care about you only because you're my employee? And then I can connect with you because you're my employee. And then you connect to what it is that you need to do for you, for me, for the organization. What
Well,
if you've got the secret for that? I think we got the secret for that.
If we've got the secret for that, it sounds like the caramel secret. Can people handle the truth, Roger?
Dying to get outside. You know what? I think it's
It's not for everybody, that's for sure.
no. It's funny. We had this conversation last week,
Mm-hmm.
and we were talking about, okay, who's going to come to us, right? And we thought, if
Let me
you're-
tell him.
Okay, do good.
No, you
good.
tell him.
No, you go ahead. You tell me, because I
Well,
think you said it.
We were wondering, should we be focusing on the people, the organizations or the people that are the ones who want to become fives, let's say out of 10, let's call
Right.
it, one
Yeah.
being terrible and 10 being the best companies ever? Or should we start focusing more on the people who are sevens and eights who want to be nines and tens? And what did we come up with on that?
Look at the people that are ones, twos, threes. I think they're afraid to admit on the thing that they need to admit most, so they're never going to call us. So you're never going to call
They have a
us.
lot of other work to do first anyway.
Exactly, right? But I think if you're sitting at a 6 or a 7 and
Even
you
an 8.
already know, or even an 8, and because you're already putting in the work, you already see the possibility of what can be. You know where you could be.
Exactly.
You see where you are, and you know that gap. We're the guys that you bring in for that gap. I think that's the piece. So it's almost like you've got the equipment, you know the rules of the game,
Right.
but you need to up the ante.
It's almost synergistic. Like how do we get everybody playing on the same rule book, kind of in sync with each other?
I love that, like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
In sync, like there's a symbiotic relationship between the what I'm doing and the who I'm being with you.
Oh, I love that. The who I'm being.
I like that. I don't
Who
know.
am I
just-
being?
That just came out.
So maybe for the next week, your homework could be, who am I being as a manager instead of what am I doing?
Yeah, wait. So how about who do I want to be?
Even better.
And am I being who I want to be, right? And versus getting by, getting things done.
On that, we'll leave you until next time. Have a great week. Be powerful.
Stay powerful.
Oh, yeah, even better.